The beauty of Florida can be found among the ancient cypress trees. They stand like giant sentinels, where more than 50 years ago, a dream was born that would share Florida and its beauty with everyone.
The beauty grows at Cypress Gardens, a golden show for everyone. Come celebrate the best of Florida with water ski and pageantry and fun and fun.
For more than half a century, this has been beautiful Cypress Gardens, but it wasn't always so beautiful. In 1932, it was a desolate wasteland of forest and swamp, worthless, except to one man who had a dream of turning that swamp into a garden paradise. His name was Dick Pope, and he wasn't afraid to take chances. With his wife Julie and a few dollar-a-day workers, they began to tame the immense maze of tropical growth, literally digging canals and planting the first flowers by hand. Over the course of 3 years, the landscape undertook a dramatic transformation, until finally, on January 2nd, 1936, Cypress Gardens welcomed its first visitors. Today, the gardens are just as vibrant as they were more than half a century ago. The original 16 acres have expanded to more than 200 acres of tropical beauty, including authentic gardens from around the world. In fact, you'd have to travel to 75 different countries at different times of the year to see all the foliage you can see in one day at Cypress Gardens. In this place, the artist and photographer in each of us comes alive. It's a living stage where nature is the star performer, welcoming you into its beautiful home.
Welcome home to where old friends will surround you,
and new friends wait to meet you every day.
welcome home to see our gardens glowing, feel the new excitement grow.
We know she's sure to steal your heart away.
What we try to do at Cypress Gardens is put on a 365-day-a-year flower show. We're surrounded by freshwater lakes, and it tends to keep the temperature and the humidity just the way our 8,000 plants like it.
Maintaining such a year-round botanical paradise requires the constant effort of almost 50 full-time flower lovers.
The people come around, they're very excited about what they're seeing as far as the plants and everything, and it makes us feel really good.
All of the plants begin here, in the care of the Cypress Gardens nursery staff.
The job of the nursery is to keep the gardens in full color year-round. This involves growing 400,000 annuals.
The annual Chrysanthemum Festival is a breathtaking testament to the dedication of Cypress Gardens horticulturists. It begins 9 months in advance with 3-inch cuttings taken from stock plants. The wet mist of the fog room nurtures the young mums as they grow and graduate into larger pots, eventually forming 5-foot columns, poodled baskets, and huge cascades. More than a month before the festival, floral beds are laid out within the park. Various decorative varieties of chrysanthemums are set into designated areas to achieve a floral rainbow. The towering archway greets visitors as they enter a stunning display of more than 2 million blooms. With awesome sights like these, it's no wonder that Cypress Gardens is known as Florida's original showplace. Many kinds of shows have graced the stages of Cypress Gardens. Over the years, visitors have always found new and exciting entertainment spectaculars awaiting them. Backstage at the Ice Palace, athletes, technicians, and stage crew combine their talents to bring the ice to life.
Although you only see 4 skaters on stage, it takes more than just these 4 performers to produce this show. We have a lot of other professionals who run the sound, the lights, the lasers, flying in and out of the sets, our wardrobe, our quick changes. It takes all of us working together to create this spectacular production.
Coordinating with the lasers and music takes tremendous concentration, but the performers still play to the audience.
There's this little old lady who came to the show the other day, and she was sitting about 3 rows back, and she just kind of waved to me, and I waved back, and she came to the show 3 times that day, and she just enjoyed it totally, and so did I.
Southern charm and good old-fashioned fun combine at Southern Crossroads. Dick Pope's motto was, "If it's not fun, the heck with it." So Southern Crossroads was designed as a happy mix of quaint shops, eateries, and lively entertainment. It's the kind of place where new friends and fun are made at every turn. Most everyone has seen a model railroad before, but few people have seen one as extraordinary as this. It's Cypress Junction, one of the most elaborate model train exhibits in the world. 7 different regions of America are meticulously portrayed by thousands of figures, buildings, and trees. Keeping the locomotives chugging up the 1,100 feet of track is the hobby of the all-volunteer Cypress Gardens Model Railroad Association.
The enjoyment of model building is first building it, and second of all showing it to somebody that can appreciate it. And so we get the best of both worlds here.
A walk through the animal forest is an introduction to some of the most incredible and curious faces you might ever hope to meet. More than 600 species of rare animals are cared for here, many of them threatened and endangered.
We have species from around the world here that are in breeding programs. Just like this little fellow right here. This is a spider monkey. It's an endangered species found in Central and South America. We've been extremely successful in breeding this species, and they go to other zoological facilities around the world for other breeding programs.
The Cypress Gardens Animal Care staff has the envious position of working closely with these exotic and beautiful creatures while helping guests to better understand them.
These are black and white rough lemurs from the island of Madagascar, and we're very lucky to have them because they are very rare, and we're even luckier that they just recently had their first baby. Firstborn exotic animals have a rough time surviving, so to ensure that the baby had every chance, we took it to the nursery and we're keeping a close eye out on it, and it's doing wonderful.
Newborns receive special care and attention to ensure they get a good start in life. The Hug Haven Nursery is a place where young ones are fed and examined under the watchful eye of the Cypress Gardens Animal Care staff and some curious visitors. Next door at Critter Encounter, young ones get a hands-on chance to meet new friends and make new memories. Preparing the daily meals for such a wide variety of residents requires time and planning. Fresh ingredients are chopped and tossed into nutritionally balanced meals, then served by people devoted to keeping their animal friends healthy and happy.
This is a zebu, and as you can see, she has a heck of an appetite. We're in the process right now of weaning her, taking her off of the bottle, getting her onto solid foods such as grains.
Injured animals like those found in the Ocean and Wading Bird exhibit are treated and often returned to the wild. Cypress Gardens' efforts to rehabilitate and raise threatened or injured species is recognized by accreditation in the American Association of Zoological Parks.
As you can see, we're in the white-tailed deer pen, and these deer were brought to us by fishing game. Most of them were crippled in the wild, and we raised them and rehabilitated them here, and now we have them breeding for us.
These colorful feathered friends make their home in the fly-free aviary, one of the largest of its kind in the southeast. Visitors roam among scores of beautiful birds, including scarlet ibis and roseate spoonbills. Some even take time out to enjoy treats from friendly guests. Although all of the animals at Cypress Gardens can be interesting to watch, some take a more active role in entertaining guests. At the Exotic Bird Review, new meaning is given to the term bird brain. These versatile stars from South America perform on land, sea, and air to the delight of appreciative audiences.
They really enjoy it. They like seeing the people. They like being out there under the spotlights. Who wouldn't? The tricks take anywhere between 2 or 3 months all the way up to a year for some of the harder tricks like the water skiing and the math problems, but you just stick with it and stick with it.
Slightly more formidable creatures are found at the Everglades Arena. The reptile handling demonstration combines humor and fact to explore the myths of some of Florida's original residents.
I will pop a whole bunch of little baby alligators. I didn't hear any oozing off when I brought the snake out.
Alligators, both young and old, play an important role in Florida's ecological system. This educational and entertaining presentation explains the little-known facts of this intimidating reptile. His fearsome reputation is in for a challenge when the skilled handler lulls the gator to sleep. The most spectacular view of Cypress Gardens is found at the 153-foot summit of the Island in the Sky. The view is magnificent. The revolving observation platform provides a dynamic 360-degree panorama of the gardens below and the central Florida skyline. For the big picture, pontoon boats transport guests along the shoreline of Lake Eloise, the largest in the Winter Haven chain of lakes. The tour is an informative look at the natural wildlife surrounding the gardens. Dozens of bird and fish species live here, along with more than 100 alligators, some up to 12 feet long. Seeing the beauty of the gardens up close is as easy as a relaxing scenic boat ride through the extensive canals of the botanical forest. Along the way, there are trees as diverse as date, fig, banana, and silk, many within arm's reach.
These trees in the water here are called bald cypress trees, and they are among the slowest growing trees in the world. They'll grow anywhere from an inch to an inch and a half every 46 years.
It seems that everywhere you turn, there's a picture begging to be taken. No matter how you look at it, Cypress Gardens is truly a photographer's wonderland.
Say cheese.
The Southern Belles are the garden symbol of classic Southern hospitality. Aged 18 to 22, the girls are groomed in appearance and manners to bring out the best tradition of the thousands who have belled before them. The idea of the Belles was originally born out of necessity during World War II. A hard freeze hit the gardens, damaging the flowering vines at the entrance. To keep tourists from turning away, Julie Pope dressed some girls in antebellum skirts large enough to cover the frozen plants. Visitors were so enchanted with the ladies' welcoming charm and friendliness, the Southern Belles became a permanent daily addition to Cypress Gardens.
They are our goodwill ambassadors, and people see their pictures on brochures and in magazines and so forth, and one of the first things that they look for when they come to the gardens are the Southern Belles.
Each dress is handmade without a pattern, so that no two are ever exactly alike. Such variety of colors and styles can make it hard to choose which dress to wear. Wearing the dress of the Southern Belle can give a girl new confidence.
I was real shy. I couldn't talk. I would never been able to do this before. And I'm just like real outgoing now. And boy, when a camera comes on, I'm just like, I love it. Hello, how are you today?
Meeting hundreds of people from around the world and starring in thousands of photos is quite a treat for these girls. Sometimes even baby Belles join in the fun of helping guests capture yet another Cypress Gardens memory. During the 1930s, a new sport was starting to emerge. Water skiing was born as a novelty, but its history really began at Cypress Gardens. The world's first water ski show began at the gardens in 1943 when some neighborhood kids performed for a group of servicemen. Since then, there have been more than 60,000 ski shows, each one combining daring thrills with athletic skill and pageantry. From acrobatic jumps, to spine-tingling barefooting, to aquatic comedy, you can always count on the Cypress Gardens water skiers to do their best to entertain you. And don't forget those lovely and graceful aquamaids.
Here in Cypress Gardens, much to my surprise, saw a flash of beauty right before my eyes. A wet and wild wonder, gliding on the sea. You're a sheer delight, and what a sight to see. Aquaman, dancing like a diamond on the water. Yeah. Aquaman, a splash of sunlight sparkles on your face. Hey, hey, yeah. Aquaman.
Maintaining the tradition of the world's longest-running water ski show takes thorough preparation. The rigors of each performance require these trained athletes to stretch their abilities to the limit.
You're hitting a jump at some, 30 to 40 miles an hour, attaining a lot of height. Landing is a tremendous amount of torque on the body. By keeping yourself strong as can be, you're going to give yourself that extra edge.
Staying in top shape is of utmost importance to consistently produce the breathtaking thrills seen in every show.
We do a lot of training, weight training, ballet training, aerobic training. We practice between every show. We work very hard together as a team to always be the best.
Their quest for excellence is evidenced by the dozens of world record firsts held by the Cypress Garden skiers. Team members have competed in some of the most prestigious water ski tournaments in the world, and they have the trophies to prove it.
We've been in Wisconsin, we've been in Michigan, we've been in California, Dallas, Fort Worth. Our show skiing helps us so much, keeping us in condition to go to these other tournaments, and I think we have a little bit of an advantage.
Watching the Delta Wing kite climb high into the sky, one can imagine the incredible thrill of floating among the clouds. The skilled pilots must constantly be aware of the many variables that can affect their flight, but they also have the opportunity to enjoy the ride of a lifetime.
I'm soaring like an eagle sailing in the sky. Touch the clouds above, the universe is passing by. Freedom, the song that I sing. Freedom, the wind in my wings. Soaring, I live for the freedom to fly.
Flying free is probably the ultimate high that there is. You're cut free, you know, free like the birds. Hopefully some days we get lift and stay up a little longer, come in, land on the dock, and give a big wave. That's really natural high there.
Every flight is exhilarating. Every time you go up, there's something new happening, some little challenge, the challenge to make a little bit better flight or try to stay up a little longer. It's a lot of fun.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back our skilled Delta kite pilots.
Throughout the years, Cypress Gardens has entertained millions with its blend of natural beauty, spectacular shows, and southern hospitality. The golden years of the past hold a promise of the exciting future awaiting Florida's original Showplace.
The golden years of Cypress Gardens, those old and dear memories still stay. The bold and daring feats of yesteryear have brought us all to what we share today. Where old and new have joined together.
Who would have imagined that more than 50 years ago, 16 acres of botanical gardens would grow into what it is today? With its roots deep in the past, Cypress Gardens continues to offer guests of Florida they will always remember. A place of wonder and joy, excitement and fun, and of course, breathtaking beauty. It will always be here for you at Cypress Gardens.